But yes, I have seen the Blumhouse production start for FNAF. I don't know how I feel because good story. It's really a good story, but only if it's kept like the simplest bare bone things. If they try to throw too much in there, it's not gonna work.
This script has been worked on for many, many years, and I'm hoping the one that Scott has now is like
I
the
know
best
that
out of them all.
I know it's actual lore in FNAF, but at the same time, I'm kind of like,
I just hope they don't go down the route where it's just like, oh, video game, we're gonna do everything that's already happened, and they do like something that's actually important to it.
Well, hopefully they take notes from like Sonic the Hedgehog and how they did the video game movie, because that's what makes a good video game movie is it's actually telling the story. I will say, the more I see about the Mario movie coming out, the more I get worried.
Yeah.
I have not watched a single thing other than the first trailer, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Keep it that way.
I'm going to keep it that way.
I've seen the second trailer, and to me, I've said this before and I'll say it again, they just cram so much in there, and I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. Either they're lying in the trailer, or it's gonna be a very convoluted plot, or it won't make any sense. Either one of these scare me.
But see, here's the thing. What's probably gonna end up happening is it's gonna be like, ha ha ha! Look, gamers, we did references. References are cool, right? We did those. That's great. Let's
I
continue.
can pull up a compilation of references if I want to. I came here for a movie.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Mario games, they do have compelling stories to them.
Yes.
The original ones, not really. Actually, no. All of them, they do have compelling stories. Like, for example, look at Galaxy, Odyssey.
Yeah, there's one problem with Mario stories, and I've said this, and I've played Mario games. I love them, but the problem is the story is told through gameplay. It is not told through a story, which makes that makes Mario really fun as a game because you get the story through the gameplay. As the game continues and you continue to play more and more, you unlock more of the story. The problem is that it makes it really hard to adapt into a movie because then you have to be able to just let the story play out. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, Mario's stories are not strong enough to stand on their own without the gameplay behind it, which is not a bad thing. The stories were always simple.
Unless you go the route of a Paper Mario. In that case, and I'm talking about like Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, and Origami King. But even those are ha 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 ha. Like the first 3 Paper Mario games or 4 was wah ha ha. I am Bowser. I take over castle. I win. Wah ha ha. Mario, come and stop me. Yeah. Actually, yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't really like the game have story. The thing has stories, but again, the only reason I'm not panicking is because the creator is like involved.
But I mean, like, okay, the stories in Mario are very simple. They're great. They're good stories, but they're simple stories because they have to be, because you can't do a simple gameplay that anyone could pick up and play unless you have a simple story. Bowser comes in, kidnaps Peach, end of the story. That's it. That's all the gameplay is. That's all that has to be. That's what makes it fun. You enjoy more of Mario getting to explore the different areas, getting to see all the fun, goofy villains, getting to run and try and get all the stars so you can save the princess. It's not really so focused on the story. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's what makes Mario a really top tier game.
Right.
But it makes it very hard to pull off a movie.
Like I ain't gotta play Super Mario World before I play Mario Odyssey. I can literally skip all of them and just play Mario Odyssey.
Right. And the thing is, it makes it really hard for Mario to be adapted into a movie in and of itself. already. So I'm a little bit worried on how they're gonna pull this off. But we'll see. We'll see. I've been wrong before. I would happily be wrong again. I want to see the Mario movie do well because I like seeing video game movies succeed. But I also know it's Illumination. I also have seen that they've crammed it full of a lot of things.
Don't remind me that Illumination has control of this.
And I don't know. I just don't know.
There's a lot of yay and there's a lot of nays, and they really go close together, and it's really worrying.
My yay for this movie is the fact that like it looks.
We're about to start in the next couple minutes, by the way.
It looked infinity times better than the one we got in the 90s, and it actually looks like they paid a bit of attention to detail. My nay, however, is
everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, but Riz, let's be honest here. The 90s Mario game is not a hard bar to clear.
It's really not, and that makes it sad.
With that being said, we are about to get started on DND. So welcome everyone.
Yay.
We are Sing and Speak Skeeps. We are back with another episode. If my screen decides it wants to work. I literally just tested this, but you know what? That's fine. It's all fine.
Technology be like, hey, you want me to work when you need me to? No? Okay, good.
Just a little bit of technical difficulties here, guys. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna fix this here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go there. Hey, there we go. Never mind, we're good now. Okay.
Yay.
Back to where we started. So last time we left off, they have now confronted Psylen, and Psylen has gotten a new trick. She was not revealed how she's gotten this trick, but Thanos assumes no move. But Thanos assumes no moves for everything, so...
I mean, if you go in more to depth with that.
I mean, if you really just look at it.
I want a meme of Thanos with, like, the cork board behind them and, like, sitting in front going, but it makes sense, guys. I want a picture of that. I want a picture of that. I want a picture
But
of
I promise you it makes sense. How? It just does.
So Psylen has pulled out a new trick that she has with her quirk where she can actually drive someone back into a source of pain from their past. At least that's what it seems like. She did this to Inazuma last time, and he was confronted by the loss of his sister after he made a mistake in trying to trust somebody that he should not have trusted. And with that, he found his resolve to save his sister and unlocked a new power of the electric sword.
Ooh.
The storm strike, as he calls it, I believe. So we are going to pick up now, and we are now going to go into another path. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna have so much fun, guys.
So
I'm gonna scream my head off.
Psylen is reeling, and she has rocked back, and she's just breathing in and out very heavily. Sweat seems to be pouring down her face, but she's not giving up yet. So, you must have gotten a little bit stronger. We only have 2 members here tonight. We have Thanos playing Vincent and Kitsune. We might have some more people showing up later. So we're going to just keep going through that. So Kitsune, you are first on what you would like to do tonight.
Let me think. Because we're still in the... Okay, oh no, never mind. I thought we were out. Never mind. We're back. We're still in the facility. Darn the facility. We're still there. Okay, so... Haha. Let's see. What do I like to do first? Okay, let me pull things up. Because if we're in front of Psylen... Let me pull this up. I would have to ask if it would be like if I could approach Psylen just to be like, what is your deal?
She kind of just smirks and smiles, a really big, wide smile, and then goes, I'm just trying to help heroes find their best qualities.
Best qualities, huh?
Out of character, I laugh at that because apparently we're getting a flaw.
Are you sure about that? Locking us away, throwing us into a facility, all of that was to help us find our best qualities.
Well, no one ever said that progress came easy. Sometimes to have some progress, you need to break a few spirits.
I'll keep that in mind. I should keep that in mind. So, in this twisted plan of yours, what do we have to do next? Seeing as we're back here again.
Also, I'm very thankful for whoever it is that's watching My Hero Academia right now, because hearing the good inspirational music while I am tearing down spirits is great.
That's perfect. Hold on. Let me get the this one. Oh, okay. Let's see.
My plan? Why, nothing at all. I have you exactly where I want you. All we have to do is just go back to the facility, and maybe this time the training will sink in. I know you could use some training, Kitsune. Have you gotten control over your electricity yet?
I don't know. Let's test that theory.
He holds up his hand, starts to spark, closes it into a fist. I see someone I can really practice on right about now. He's like staring daggers at Psylen right now.
Oh, please.
Does Vincent see any of this?
Yes. You're standing right next to him.
He's like very, you know, like how you're just like cutting the air where you're just like, no, don't do it, don't do it. That's what he's doing. But like he doesn't say anything. He's just like, just.
Kitsune, I am very sorry.
Oh God. Oh, 20 right off the bat. Bring it on.
Bruh.
Bring it on.
So to let you know, I rolled Psylen for intimidation to use her quirk on you.
God.
Sorry.
Okay. So he's gonna see that, and inwardly he's just gonna be like,
well, nothing has happened yet. She's just about to use her quirk on you.
Oh, this will be fun.
So Psylen looks at you, she narrows her eyes, and you start to feel a pounding on your head as you hear from all around you. You couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn.
What? Okay.
What this means is that any electricity roll that you do, you will have to roll with disadvantage.
Ah, perfect. Okay. So at this point, he's just like, okay.
Unless you want to do a willpower check and try to overpower Psylen's abilities.
Oh, let's do a willpower check. Let's go with that.
All right. Roll a willpower check.
What would that even be? Would it be wisdom for me, or? Oh no, never mind. I see it. Yeah, no, I see it. Hold on. Where is? Oh my gosh, where did I put the? Roll 20, I swear. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, that will not work.
Jeez.
Gotta get the sad trumpet.
So however you want to do this, you can. What this basically means is that you do feel the effects of it working. You can pretend like you're trying to get rid of it, but it's not going to work.
at this point, and she's intimidating him at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, he is like, no matter what you do, you won't scare me.
Oh yes, you look very brave right now. I wonder what it was that Aerie fell for in you. Or maybe she just pitied you.
Okay.
Maybe they all
Sally?
pitied you.
Oh, you are crossing the line.
And what are you gonna do about it? Hit me? Try.
How about I break you in half first?
With this, Vincent is like
me.
covering. With this, Vincent's like covering Recovery Boy, and he's just like, whatever's about to happen, I'm not gonna have this guy die.
he's like, why don't you try first? And so,
Come on, Kitsune,
Could
shoot off some
Kitsune-
lightning at me. Give it your best shot.
fine, but you asked for this.
Oh, I did.
So he is literally going to use Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
We're gonna die.
I have to roll for strength first, I believe. So he's going to use a Chaos Bolt.
No, you use
for
intelligence, remember?
intelligence. Yeah, that's right. Hold
Your
on. let me-
legacy.
That's right. All right. It's going to be great.
Remember, you have to roll with disadvantage. So you have to get higher than a 10, and you're rolling with disadvantage.
Okay.
That's-
That. Oh, God.
It's good first
I'm
roll.
rooting for you, man.
Right.
Hey,
Okay.
not bad, not bad. So this
Woo.
is going to succeed. This is going to succeed. Now the next thing you have to do is you have to roll for your attack, which since you are doing Chaos Bolt, you have a 2d8 and 1d6 damage. And then you're going to choose one of the d8s, and you can choose either Lightning Knife, Thunderclap, or Blue Lightning.
So. 2d8 and 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna choose the 7 for the d8, and then it really doesn't matter which of the two. So I'm going to use what? Definitely going to use True Strike. So he gathers the lightning into his hand. Then after he gathers it in his hand, he's like, okay, you wanted me to try. Here it is. Points his hand, he turns his hand into a knife. And then goes back, like, rears back. And, like, strikes her, grabbing her throat. And then as he's got her by the throat, he goes,
Kitsune, you can't grab her by the throat. You've seen the map, right?
oh, that's right. Oh wait, no, I didn't see the map. Hold on, let me look at the map.
You can try. I guess that'd be very impressive.
That would be very impressive.
Your quirk allows you to have elongated arms too. Who knew that?
No, I didn't know that
elongated
either.
arms.
Oh god. Okay, so where is Silent on the map, or where are we at, Jason? Oh, it's over there. Okay, never mind. I see the distance. So he's shooting lightning, and he's literally like, now the next time you mention my wife, it'll be in the afterlife.
kind of just smirks and smiles. And then you hear her, you see her lips moving, but nothing feels it like it's coming to your head. You don't quite understand what's happening. The lightning strikes. There's a big ball of energy around her, and then she's kind of just sitting there holding the lightning in one hand.
Oh. Oh.
Did you know I've learned a new trick with my quirk? I can hypnotize myself as well.
Oh.
Thank you for the lightning, Kitsune. You're always so helpful.
He notices. He notices that she's basically caught the lightning at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in that instance, he's like, ugh. What the hell is going on here? He's like basically frozen at this point.
Well, I think I have something that belongs to you. Why don't you take it back? She's throwing it back at you. What do you want to do, Kitsune?
This is a thing I'm going to ask out of character. Can I catch lightning and throw it backwards, or do I just have to like?
Are we just gonna start a volleyball of lightning?
Basically, because it's my own lightning, and I'd see no reason why I couldn't like catch it and like, throw it backwards.
That's never been in your quirk.
Also, that never came up either.
Yeah, Inazuma can absorb lightning. That's his
true.
quirk. But yours never seems like you can absorb it. It just seems like you shoot it off.
That is true. But absorbing it and...
You're not quite like Kaminari. You're more like...
Right.
Yeah, you're not quite like Kaminari where you can absorb as much as you can shoot off. You're more like Todoroki where you shoot it off, but you have no control over what happens to it after that. You might have resistance to it, but... As far as I know, you can't absorb it.
Yeah. Okay, so in this case, then I would need to dodge. Because basically, he tried to put everything he could into that. I would need to dodge that. So dexterity would be the next roll I would need to make, would it not?
Yeah, that's a dexterity save.
Yeah.
Now let's see if you have anything to worry about in the first place.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. So she looks really intimidating. She's holding the lightning, and then she's like, I guess I need to toss this back to you. Tosses it, and it kind of just flubs. And just falls off the cliff. Sputters out into nothingness. Meanwhile, you do like a really cool dodging move, but the lightning just doesn't go anywhere.
Just looks back nervously, going, is that all you got? Because if it is... And he just pauses.
Oh, poo. Looks like shooting lightning is a lot harder than I thought. Maybe you do need to be more than a novice to do this. Oh well, I'll go back to what it is I know. She kind of smiles and turns her eyes towards Vincent.
Story-wise, Kitsune is like really pissed because at this point he's pissed because he knows that like she toyed with him, but he's not going to admit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Vincent, your turn.
So with all of that, he's like, he's just like, and he's like backing away with, recovering away. He's just, I don't like where this is going.
You know, Vincent, we take things that we confiscate very seriously. And inside of your journal, I saw some very interesting things.
Yeah, I would expect you probably looked through it. No matter, it's fine.
Yes, but I have to say, it was very concerning. I mean, you saying that you're a hero when in reality, you're a murderer.
He looks at her and he gives her like an ice cream. He's just like, oh. Do you really want to be throwing names right now?
No, I'd rather throw something else. Let's see if maybe a few friends can help you enlighten yourself. She puts her finger up to her lips again and blows out, and you see the smoke coming out. The same smoke that engulfed Inazuma and just knocked him out for a while.
I push Recovery Boy out of the way.
I'm glad your priorities are in check. Do a strength check.
Oh!
No!
Oh! Oh,
My poor
God.
boy! My poor
Poor
boy!
boy.
I'm just a poor boy. I need your
I have no
sympathy.
sympathy.
So, Kitsune, so out of character question, is Kitsune like so consumed by whatever Psylen did to him that he cannot react to what's happening around him?
Probably.
No, he can react.
Okay, so can Kitsune like help Recovery Boy the simp at this point?
Oh, thank.
So wait, let me make sure I got this right. So Vincent tries to push Recovery Boy out of the way, fails epically, and then Kitsune, in your anger and your rage, is just gonna go grab the simp and pull him out of the way. Is that right?
Yep.
He wants to try to yoink him out.
Fine by me.
He's basically gonna grab the simp by the collar and just yeet him away.
Cool. Perform a strength save.
Please don't fail! He's just a little baby!
Oh my god.
He's just a little goblin!
Manos, you're so loud. I gotta turn you down.
I'm sorry!
Wait, hold on.
It's okay.
Oh,
You're so high pitched. You're so high pitched. You're so high pitched.
Oh my god! Oh wow! Wow! Oh!
We are on the floor stomping.
Oh, that poor simp. Oh boy. Oh, poor simp.
Oh goodness.
Oh, poor simp.
On the floor crying, rolling around.
I was checking the chat because I saw we have a viewer, so I was checking the chat to see if there was any chat. I didn't even see the one. How did you get 2 ones in a row?
Poor simp. Poor simp. Poor simp. Can I re-roll that? Or am I not allowed to re-roll that?
The only one who can re-roll things is Moto. Moto's not here.
Oh god. Oh, poor simp.
Oh my gosh.
I guess he's coming along for the ride then.
Wait, you might be able to save this, Kitsune. No, you
Can
can't.
I?
Well, technically, your strength is at a 14, and then you have a +3, so that's 17. So all you have to do is get higher than a 3. But the problem is that you rolled a 1.
But the in total was higher than a 3. It's like a 6.
But it still is a 1. 1 still means failure. 1 still means failure.
So it just negates all of it.
If you got a 2.
Oh, you're kidding.
It's the same thing as with a 20. A 20 is an automatic success. A 1 is an automatic failure. That's D&D 101.
Oh no.
Literally 1, 0, 1. You have a 1, 0, and a 1.
Oh. Oh. Riptoids.
Bawling our eyes out.
Poor simp. I'm pretty sure Psylen is probably going to take note of it. I'm pretty sure Psylen's going to take note of this, actually. I'm expecting it at this point.
The funny thing is, I didn't even have the simp in my plans. But now that this has happened, I now have to incorporate them in my plans.
Oh no.
And Kitsune, you're now incorporating the plans too.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh, he's about to...
So this should be... Why is it you two always that end up being dragged into places together?
I don't know.
We got
like it's like a love-hate relationship with us because we either hate each other's guts or we're just like, help me!
I think no. Better theory. We're in a buddy cop duo. We just haven't gotten to the buddy part yet.
Also, the smoke is gonna incorporate you both.
No.
And we are being zoomed out.
None of you deserve to see that. No. Oh god.
He's just like, oh.
And Vincent, when you wake up and you open your eyes, you find yourself in the middle of what looks to be a desert. You see 2 golden statues on each side, and from behind one of the statues appears Psylen.
Do I have to roll a history or insight check to immediately know where I am?
I mean, you can use basic deduction to figure out that you're probably not in the same forest that you were before. But if you want to figure out, if you want to do anything beyond that and try to figure out what has actually happened, then yes, do an insight. You don't have to do an insight check though, just an insight roll.
So where is Kitsune at this point?
You're in the fog. Enjoy the fog while it lasts. You don't want to be here.
Oh god, okay.
15.
Cool. Yeah, you're totally good. So, I don't know. It's your character. You decide how it is, but this works. You succeeded. You've incited.
What can I do with my insight again?
You have all the insight.
I have all the insight. Okay.
So you know this is one of Psylen's tricks.
Okay.
And you figured it out from watching what happened to Inazuma that this is a mind trick.
Okay. So he's then to himself, he's just like, okay, we can do this, yeah. And he's just like preparing himself for whatever's about to happen. But then he like kind of spirals and kind of get a little concerned.
Well, I think this is the first time we've actually talked together, Vincent.
We've talked like one time, but that was it.
We talked about it.
Yes, it was such a memorable conversation. I took your notebook, you screamed and yelled, and then that was the end of it. It's too bad we didn't get to have any more.
I mean, there was that one time where you're trying to get answers from us when Kitsune was walking with you that one time. But that doesn't count, right? Nah.
Oh, yes. When you thought you could outsmart me. That was
Hey, we're just
clever.
good with words.
Well, let's see how good with words you are now. Do you know where you are?
I do know that this is a trick of yours, so I am preparing Or I shall say I am prepared for what but you're throwing at me.
Are you sure about that? I can be very persuasive when I want to be.
His like whole being is like his eye twitches and he's just like, I'm pretty sure I'm prepared. And it's like an unsure, pretty sure.
Well, I suppose if you think that you have it all figured out, let's see if I can make this more interesting. She turns to look at a place, and then you see a figure come out of the fog.
He sees the figure, his entire body like shuts down and he falls to his knees.
Oh?
No, my computer. My computer! Okay, we're fine.
I love how dramatic you were. He's like, he falls to his knees and all of a sudden,
my computer freaking closed.
That is now canon. That is the noise that Vincent made. Vincent made that noise as he fell to his knees.
That noise specifically.
Yes. And now this person is a computer.
So, like, when he sees his dead uncle, everything shuts down. He's trembling. He can't move at all. And he just keeps looking at him.
And now that person is also a robot.
Oh god. Is it do I have to roll to see if he's a robot or no?
No, I was just making a joke because you said my computer, so it's like, here, Vincent's uncle is also a computer. Plot twist.
No.
You're right.
No, my computer. It's a laptop, so it literally closed on me.
Oh no, so you were worried about getting out of the call.
Yeah.
that would have been really funny.
Yeah, that would have been terrible.
I know it would have been terrible, but it would also been hilarious because you would have just finished being like, he falls to his knees. And then just gone. And gone. Then we'd have to fill up the empty space for like 2 minutes while you got your computer back on.
It's the perfectly cut screen with the reverb on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, if I was better at audio effects yet, I would put a reverb on that. And then that's just playing for eternity while we waited for you to come back. And I would just get really close. I just get really close and I'd be like, we'll be back right after these messages.
like a loop screen.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta get back into character.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
It was great. We needed something to break that tension. Needed something to break that tension.
Okay. So he like gets on his hands while looking at his uncle and he's just like, it can't be.
The figure doesn't move.
You're not
doesn't say anything.
He then just like tries to puzzle what's happening and he like glances at Psylen. He's just like, you better get him out of here. I don't want you to bring him up ever again. You hear me?
Oh, I didn't bring him up. I thought you understood what was going on here.
I didn't think you'd go this deep into my freaking life.
But Vincent, I didn't. All I did was activate the ghosts of your own past. And I do mean ghosts, literally. If I remember right, isn't he dead?
He looks at her with, like, the darkest glare he's given before. I don't remember to who, but he, like, looks at her, glares at her, and he's just like, do not talk about my uncle. You can torture me with everybody else, all the other ghosts, but you do not talk about my...
The figure kind of walks towards you.
He notices, and then he, like, stumbles back.
Now, Vincent, what have I said about being rude to guests?
He's now shaken up. His whole, like, demeanor
I thought I
is
taught
now,
you
like...
better than that, boy.
Is now, like, less, what is it called? Oh, kitty cat, I don't have words today. My cats are staring at me. I'm sorry, hold on. What's the word? Like, his whole, like, tough shebang thing is, like, gone now. He's now, like, completely, like, broken. And he's just like, Uncle, please stop making him talk.
Do you know who you're saying that to? Are you saying that to Psylen or saying that to your uncle? Or both?
Both.
Psylen kind of just smiles and just steps back, pulling her hands up like she's not doing anything. Vincent, I raised you better than that, boy. What is with all of this get up? Why is your hair frosted that way? What are you doing, child?
He, like, tries to get back up, and he's just like, Uncle, much has changed since you've passed.
I passed, but I'm right here.
No, you're not, Dave. And he puts a hand to his face. He then turns to Psylen, and he says, "Please, I can't face him right now."
Psylen kind of smiles, saunters over, and then puts a hand around Uncle's shoulders. But see, that's the thing, Vincent. He is here.
Look, I don't know what your plan is here, if you're trying to guilt trip me for the path that I've gone down, but no, he's always been a good man, and I still follow his teachings by the book to this day. Shoot, he's probably the reason why that I stopped trying to go against everybody in the team that I'm in right now, and that I'm helping those students, God forbid those students. He's the only good that's in me, and I promised him to keep that in me when he died, on his last breath.
And how has that gone? You have hurt the teammates around you, lied to people, done blatantly villainous things. And as she's saying all this, she's turning towards the uncle who's just listening to all of this. And if I remember right, didn't you kill a man? The uncle kind of turns to look at you and just goes, Vincent, why would you do that?
I know you promised me our mercenary life is gone, but I had to do what our family used to do. This hero society, they're failing. The villains, they're getting more crafty, more insane. I have to do something about it.
But we left behind that life. A life of blood leads to a death drenched in it.
Well, I was hoping an old school tactic would change, or at least make use into this life, because they don't know how to... Hold on. We're dying over here. Hold on. I'm trying to remember words, but it's not working over here, buddy. I used the old school tactics to try to surprise him, get him off guard. And it's kind of working for us, kind of not working for us right now. But we're still doing it in the name of good. I promise, Uncle.
Oh, yes. So good. Should we remind your beloved uncle? I know it's been a while since you all have seen each other. Should we remind him of staying?
He then looks at her with a glare, and he's just like, are you gonna bring up more of my family or what? Because the thing I did with Stain was because of my grandfather. Do I see him now? The freaking blood moon guy?
You can, let's see, how far is that away?
Let's get a ruler. That's 20 feet.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it quite clearly.
Out from the fog, another person approaches.
It's like, I know you're here.
I forget Kitsune was in here. Is he just wandering in the fog?
Yeah, is he just wandering in the fog?
He's just like walking around going, I'm here somewhere. I
He's
don't
like,
know
hello?
where.
He's literally like, at this point, Kitsune is just like, Psylen, wherever you are, come out now.
He's just wandering through the fog going, I'm gonna find Psylen, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
And like in fog, he like is ready to like tackle it, but then when he tackles the air, he's just like, oh man. No, better luck next time, and then goes in a different direction.
It just ends up going in circles, because that's what inevitably ends up happening when you're in fog.
Yeah. Like that whole fog. I feel like that fog thing is gonna come back to haunt me later.
Maybe.
It's like the whole Finding Nemo thing. We're just going to go straight. Wait, I've seen that speck before. It's the speck. I must be going in circles.
Okay, so he sees Stain, and then he acknowledges him, and then he looks away. And he's just like, oh, we're just gonna have some fun today, aren't we?
Psylen kind of looks back and forth and then goes, oh, do you not remember each other? Stain kind of hobbles forward, and you notice that he is not looking like he's in good shape, but he also looks very mad.
He was gonna say something, but he's just like, no, it's not real. It's not real. And then he looks at Stain, and he's just like, it had to be done, okay?
Oh, I can assure you, it's very real. Stain kind of then ends up like getting behind your uncle.
Bro, get away from my uncle, please! Is somebody going through a backpack? What's going on over there?
I don't know. Something's happening.
Riz, you good? I heard Zipper. Anyways, why he go behind him?
He's just keeping him in place.
He's what?
He's just keeping him in place.
Oh, okay. Why?
Do you want to make
Why are you?
Do you want to try and figure that out?
Sure.
Do you want to roll for perception or investigation?
Yes.
To try and piece together what Psylen's plan here is.
I have a +6 in investigation. 19. Let's go. Hi, kitty cat.
No. Bye, kitty cat.
I'm in a room full of cats.
with a 19 in investigation, you put together that your uncle is here to cause some kind of traumatic event. You also put together that chances are Stain will kill him. It doesn't seem like he's making a move now, but chances are, with the sores on his back and everything else, he will kill your uncle in front of you. And the way Psylen's looking, looks like she's not going to stop it either.
Do I still have all my knives?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay, so he watches Stain go behind his uncle, and then he like looks at him with like a squint, and he's just like, "Oh no, I know where this is going." Psylen, whatever you wanna teach me, I know you're having a ball with this. Whatever you wanna tell me now.
Oh, I don't want to tell you a thing. It's they who want to tell you something. You hear your uncle repeat the same words that he said before. Son, if you live a life drenched in blood, you'll end up drenched in it yourself. And little by little, you watch his blood starts to come up from the bottom of his feet and just cover him whole. And Stain's behind him Stain behind him pulls out his swords and just goes, "If you assume things that are going to happen, you'll find your fears coming reality." And looks like he's ready to stab your uncle.
With that, I would like to stop this man.
Okay.
No stab, please. What can I roll with that?
How do you want to stop him?
So I basically want to dash towards him and like try to unarm him.
Okay, so like a tackle?
Sure.
Okay, so if you want to do a dash and tackle, you can pull that off with a... Yeah, roll for strength.
Okay. Oh, it's a dirty 20.
Nice. So this is gonna work.
Yay. So, yeah. So he's just like, "Oh, don't you dare!" And then he dashes and tackles the man.
Vincent really went, "Oh, hell nah!" So you tackle Stain, knock him down, you find yourself standing over him, and you do see that as you now are standing over him, he is completely just bloody and messy and still has all the stab wounds in from you. He looks up at you and his face is almost like falling apart. He looks even more like a skeleton.
Nice. Okay. He looks at him for a second, then he gets one of the knives he stole from him, and he holds it up to his heart, to Stain's heart, and he's just like, "I know it was wrong for me to kill you at the point I did, but it turned for the better for me because it taught me that this isn't always the answer. But right now it is," and then he stabs him.
This isn't always the answer. Except now. Now is the perfect answer. When you stab Stain, he vanishes into a puff of smoke.
Hooray! Yippee!
But your uncle turns behind you and just goes, "Vincent, what did you do?" And now you see that he's been moved. So Now, where he is in the same place that you were, in the middle of the statues. And then from the fog appear people that you've not seen in a long time.
No! No! I mean, yay! But no! Maybe yay!
Maybe yay.
Maybe yay! We don't know how our relationship is right now.
You don't quite know how you feel about all of this.
He then looks around, he sees these fellers, these fine looking fellers right here. And then he's just like, Father, what I'm trying to do is right. I know other people think it's wrong, but I'm straying away from the villain side and more leaning towards what you've taught me. We just needed a way to get into the villain side in order to have things go our way. I want peace on both sides.
Oh,
I want help.
Makes me sick. Parting the fog, almost as though it is decaying in front of you.
No! No! No!
You see someone.
Oh my god.
Who you've not seen for many years, whom you thought was dead.
I know exactly who this is. I'm gonna up and die. Mr. Sugar Rocky Man. So, with seeing him and knowing his voice, he's listened to you know how Deku listens to All Might stuff? He's listened to a lot of people's tapes. So when he hears this guy, he immediately is just like, oh, big trouble. We're in big trouble now. And he, like, does an about face, sees him, and he's just like, oh.
Oddly enough, the smile that's on Psylen's face all the time actually drops, and she takes a few steps back.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Can I notice that she does that?
Yes. You see
Okay.
that she does that.
He's not completely suspicious. He's just like, oh, we might be more deep-duder than we are.
What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do? He just came out of the fog!
I told you, I don't control this place. You do.
Well, if I control it, then I can try my best to get him out of here.
He kind of just smiles and he says, you still don't know how this world works. The world of spirits, you may call them, souls. We call them remnants.
He takes a step back because he's starting to piece together what's happening. He's just like, oh no, this was never in your hands, was it, Psylen? He then...
For once, Psylen doesn't have anything to say. She kind of just sits there and stares at her hands and just goes, I just did. You did exactly as I asked.
He then goes in the direction to protect his uncle. And everything goes up, all his mental walls, if you want to call it, goes up, and he's like about ready to like protect whoever he can. Just like, Tomura Shigaraki, of course you're here. This was your plan, was it? To get into the right person's head?
Not the right person's head. Your head. After all, you were one of the last people that saw me.
And I am friends with the Okuda, so makes sense.
It's sickeningly sweet protect your uncle?
He looks at him with like a glare, and he then goes up to him, and he's just like, I don't want my uncle in your mouth either. I know how dangerous you are, but leave him out.
From the other side of the fog, something gets burned away.
Cool.
Family reunions make me sick to my stomach. Can I just kill them all and be done with it?
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna die, guys. He sees Dobby. He then backs up to Psylen and his uncle, puts them both behind him, and he's just like, now, are you doing this because you see me as a weakness or what? Is this really necessary?
Your uncle cuffs you on your shoulder, and you look up at him, but then a strange voice comes from him. It's totes adorable how you want to protect me.
I'm gonna punch immediately. Can I punch immediately?
Yes, you would punch.
Do I roll for strength?
Yeah, that's an attack.
All the people that I've studied for years, every single note, every single archive I've looked into, are now coming to me to end me. Either that or shake me up. I don't know. It's looking more towards we're gonna die. And we got a 7.
Okay, hang on. Because I think you have a high amounts of strength anyway. You're a tank. Yeah, you have a 15 in strength. So with a 15 in strength, this is still gonna work.
Okay. So at least we get her away from me and Psylen as much as possible.
Yeah, she moves back just a bit. And then she kind of just looks at you with a big smile. I love the way you want to protect your uncle. It's so cute. In fact, I think you're kind of cute.
His eyes glow red and his hands start glowing, and he's just like, this has to be the worst day of my freaking life. I know you're sick in the head, Toga, but this is low for.
Oh, we can go even lower, can't we, Shigaraki? All I needed was just to make sure that I had access to you.
And what exactly do you want from me?
Well, if it was a few months ago, it would be for you to join us. Your heart was twisted enough to become one of the Paranormal Liberation Fronts. Though I suppose it's a very old name. Yeah, we don't want to use that old name anymore. I like that old one much better than our new one. You still haven't figured it out? We've moved up in the world. Not even the great Deku knows where we are anymore.
I'm pretty aware. Riz!
Yeah.
Riz, help! Help!
Am I even allowed to help, or am I still stuck in the fog?
Have you been listening to what's been happening this entire time?
Yes, but again, the question remains, am I allowed to help, or am I still stuck in the fog? Because if I am still stuck in... Wait, can I roll any perception to see if I can see anything?
You can do that.
Okay.
Spiritually, we're shaking you by the shoulders.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, Chrome, I don't like you. Chrome just decided, hey, you know how you were doing a thing? I'm gonna close now. So it closed me out of Roll20 and everything.
Bro.
So give me a second.
Thanos, you're completely on your own.
And
So,
I
like,
can't call the allies here. This man or this man.
You can call for him.
Hold
We'll
up.
leave that on the cards. We gotta play this right.
Also, yeah, man. Vincent's been going through it.
We are in some deep doo-doo, man. It's
Yeah.
above Psylen, it's above the facility, it's above everything. Okay,
So
so
technically, you're not in Kansas anymore.
yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore. Okay, so since
Try to do this.
Kitsune is in the fog, he then looks at Shigaraki and he's just like, "So what's your new plan for me then, sir?"
Out of character question, wouldn't Kitsune know who Shigaraki is?
Everyone knows who Shigaraki is. Shigaraki basically overturned the world years ago. If it wasn't for the fact that he was defeated by Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku, the world would still be destroyed.
That's also true. This is rolling for perception, by the way. Oh, hey! Yeah!
Kitsune, with your ability of willpower, you find yourself able to overcome the fog. You think to yourself and remember back to what Psylen said, how you were so weak you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And with that, you think about the fact that if this is one of Psylen's tricks, you should be able to overpower her ability to think. So you willpower your way through it, and using the power of anime, get yourself out.
The power of it's the power of anime. The power of anime.
The power of believing in yourself.
My friends are
And
my
friendship.
power.
My friends are my power.
Do I see him?
How far away is he?
35 feet.
Yeah. Well, barely. You don't know if it's him or not. You do see somebody
Okay.
there.
So we're like ignoring that for now.
But is my field of vision where I can make out there are like people or at least a silhouette in front of me?
You can see that there are different people in front of you. You can kind of make out Psylen because you're so angry at her, and so with that you can make out Vincent. You can also see that there is a fire boy. You can't tell if it's Todoroki or not, though. You see that there's a girl there too. You don't quite know who she is, but she's got blonde hair. And then you could see a far off distant figure.
Does Kitsune see that I'm protecting Psylen?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. He can
Riz?
make out the fact that that Psylen is being protected right now.
Yes.
Because that was going to determine how I responded.
Yeah, that's exactly why I asked.
Because if it weren't for that, how I was going to respond was just an instant attack on Psylen.
If I'm in the way, you can't hit me. That's our rules.
Kitsune is weighing his options right.
Bruh. I see how it is.
I'm surprised Kitsune doesn't think that Vincent's like an illusion trick by Psylen. Cool
that. I mean, is it high enough to where he can recognize what is it? Like, okay, so Kitsune wouldn't attack his friend. He wouldn't attack a friend. So at this point, he sees he sees that it is right, and who he's being protected by, but he is literally like, wait, why is Psylen being protected? What is going on here? and then he rushes over to where Psylen and Vincent are.
I would back up if I were you.
Like, wait,
hide.
Where even is he? Oh, he's not on. Oh wait, no, there he is. Okay, so
Hide, man.
he doesn't. Okay.
You do see who's standing in front of those two, right?
Okay, I was just about to ask.
You do know who this is, right?
I was just about to ask if you see these two here. Like, cause I'm assuming blinders death stare glare at this person because the way he pictures it is like friend is in trouble going to help.
Yeah, good. Stay on that.
So as he's rushing over, I'm assuming he hears Vincent go stay back, and he's like, "What's why?" And then he turns over to see those two, and he's like, "Oh, great! More people for me to deal with."
If
Why
that
are
ain't
you?
a mood, I don't know what is.
So then he's talking to these people, and he's like, "Why are you here?"
You're talking to him?
Yep.
Oh!
You're talking to Dobby?
Yep.
Alright. Dobby kind of just looks at you with a bored expression and goes, "Oh, you're that brat kid from before, right? The one that Todoroki got burned trying to protect. Didn't I do that? Maybe. Are you still as useless as you were back then?"
No.
So Kitsune, he understandably grits his teeth, and he's just like, "Come over here and find out."
Well, look at that. Looks like you got at least a little bit of bravery now. Or maybe that's just stupidity. I can't tell anymore with you.
Bruh.
So then,
But no, I'm much too old to do any more big fights. I prefer negotiation.
how about we negotiate the terms of your death?
You must not see who it is I have control over.
Who would that be?
I want you to use your eyes. Use your peepers. Please.
Wait, who is that? Out of
Recovery
character.
boy.
Oh, okay, it's Recovery Boy. So he looks so.
That sounds so panicked. This is just like I'm just imagining this scene. Dobby's like, I have control over this person, and Kitsune's just like, who? And meanwhile, Vince is like having a mental breakdown, like, sounding like a husky in the background going,
Yeah.
So at this point,
Kitsune is new phone, who dis?
Meanwhile, Kitsune looks. He knows who the simp is, trying to like be brave. So he knows who the simp is, and so he's like, so he's literally like, how pathetic. Using someone weaker than you to hold leverage.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
So then he looks looks down at the sim. He looks back up and he goes, "Okay." How about this? You let the boy go, and I'll let you keep your head.
Ooh, I'm so scared. But I think I've got a better one. You take 3 steps back, or I burn off his head.
So at this point, Kitsune knows he can't take a step back. He's not going to. He gathers up lightning in his hand again. And he goes,
You've already used the lightning once, so make sure this is your last one.
yeah. So he gathers lightning in his hand. And he goes, okay, so let me get this straight. If I don't back off, you burn him. That's correct.
That is what I've just said, yes.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to do that, and I don't have time for your games. I have someone else to deal with. So then he gets ready to summon a fire in his hand, like the firelight.
Oh, he's gonna die! On the floor, sobbing, rolling around.
At the speed of sound.
Oh my god. So
Got
he
places to go, there is no more rainbows.
My
so
God.
he looks over. Is Recovery Boy conscious?
Probably not.
No.
Okay, so he was gonna speak to Recovery Boy, but he's conscious, so he's not conscious, so he wouldn't have any effect on this. So he calls his bluff. He steps forward toward him. Still has the lightning in his hand.
Dobby's fire gets hotter.
You're gonna kill my boy!
Well, he raises his hand, looks at Recovery Boy, and then he glances over. Can he see Vincent for he is?
Freaking out? Yes.
Okay, so he looks over at Vincent.
Is my conversation with Shigaraki over? I thought we had unfinished.
He looks over at Vincent.
Wait, Vincent, wait, hold up before this happens. I gotta hear the end of this. Vincent, do you just want to abandon your conversation with Shigaraki so you can go save Recovery Boy?
Oh my god, don't do that to me! Oh my god, okay, well...
I'm honestly asking.
I know. He is not problem number 1, he is. So I'm just gonna put my trust in him, and if he does anything, he's dead. That's first. If he kills my boy, Kitsune, you're dead, your head's on a stick, I'm gonna worry about the bigger problem.
So with that lovely bout of confidence...
Do not fail me, please.
So Kitsune, he wouldn't be able to like mouth to get a plan, because out of character, Kitsune's plan is to charge Dabi to get him to release. Wait, hold on. When he says controlled, is it like mind controlled, or he's like holding him hostage? There's a difference. Okay, cool. So his plan...
remember that there's allies around. You can call for help.
But again, I know out of character...
It might endanger him, but you can call for help.
Out of character, I can see this, but I don't know if in character he can see that Deku's like over there. Or that he even knows that Deku's in the same room.
What if you could signal him? Instead of getting Dobby, what if you do like a misfire and then Dobby's just like, "How you missed?" and you're just like, "Did I?" You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, that's also true. But where would he be firing? Because again,
does Kitsune see him though?
Yeah, that's the thing. Does Kitsune see Deku? That's the issue. Because out of character, right? Because out of character, I can.
How far is Kitsune from Deku?
No. 60 feet.
60
that was 45.
Too far. You can see a speck in the distance, but you can't tell who it is. You can't tell friend or foe.
Yeah. So if that were the case, wait a minute. If I fired 40 feet, 60 feet in the direction towards Deku, would he recognize that that is my lightning going off? Because I'm pretty sure he would.
Yes. Because he knows you.
Okay. So here is the plan. Recovery Boy will probably not get out of this without a slight burn. But here is the plan. Here is the plan, all right? So Kitsune is going to shoot towards Dabi, but aiming in the direction where Deku is, hoping that he will at least notice, hey, there's that familiar lightning, and I can go in that direction to see what's up. Because he doesn't know that Deku's over there, nor does he see Aizawa. But he can see a speck off in the distance. So he's just like, whatever this is, be it friend or foe, maybe.
So the only thing I would fight against that with is just the fact that since Kitsune cannot see that it's Deku, there's no reason why Kitsune would fire off that bolt.
That is also true. Well, unless he was trying to hit him.
Then you'd have to misfire on purpose.
That's also true.
What if you just shoot?
You could misfire.
You could also look at your other abilities. Remember, you have more than abilities than just True Strike.
Oh yeah, that's true. I have wait. Question, because I also have True Strike, Thunderclap, Shocking. If I Thunderclapped, what is the radius?
Has to be 60 or 45.
That would be the thing, because if I can Thunderclap, signal. Okay, cool.
Oh, then you can get them.
Yep.
Yay!
Well, not to mention Thunderclap goes off in a radius.
You can get both of them. Yay!
Yep.
Well, Thunderclap has another ability, but I'm not going to reveal that unless this actually works.
Okay. Fine. So he looks back. Okay, so as Dobby's flames get hotter, how close? So does he has Recovery Boy? I'm assuming by like the collar, something like that, right?
He's standing over him.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't touched him yet, right?
Not touched in a threatening manner yet.
Okay, perfect. So
kind of just toying with him for now.
Ah, perfect. So Kitsune still has his hand up, but he balls it into a fist, and he starts walking towards Dobby, not taking his eyes off of Dobby at all. He's like
eyes locked, walking with confidence.
Yep. So he's like, okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to PG-13 dialogue. So, God, I'm trying to think of the words PG-13 in this dialogue. Yeah. Okay, so he looks at Dobby and he goes, okay. I know I'm talking to something that I would scrape off the bottom of my shoe. But I can promise you this. You lay one hand on that boy, and it'll be the last thing you do. So at this point, raises his hands, and he literally, as close as he can get to Dobby without, because instantly he knows that Dobby will burn Recovery Boy, but he's not only like looking at Dobby, but he's watching his hands. So he's trying to see how close he can get to Dobby to hopefully affect him with Thunderclap, but also alert Deku and Aizawa.
Okay, and this is gonna be our last move, by the way, guys, because we've been going for like an hour and 30 minutes. I'm very tired.
I didn't even get to finish my dialogue.
We will finish this up tomorrow because I wasn't planning on this. But the good news is we're doing both your backstories now.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so what am I rolling for?
To pull this off, you're gonna roll intelligence.
Oh boy.
Well, intellect.
Wait, can I use my Arcana for this?
Yeah.
That would be yay. Okay, I don't know if that worked.
Your intellect is 10 plus 2, and then with here you have a plus 4. So since you did Arcana, 10 plus 4, 14. So you just had to get higher than a 6. So yeah, this is gonna work. It's not gonna work like super well, but it will work.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I just need it to work. So he raises his hand, gets as close as he can to Dobby, and he just claps as hard as possible.
Okay. So I'd like you to roll. So in this one, you're only going to do a 1d8. You don't have the 1d6 along with it. It's just going to be the 1d8.
Oh, not my computer Come on, computer. Not my computer freezing. What the heck?
No.
I don't know if this will work, but tell me if it does.
Man, I guess you made Todoroki mad at you too or something. You're just sadly singing the Wheel of Fortune song over there. You're like, it's not like my Sim's life is on the line or anything.
I need to finish my conversation with Shigaraki. I don't know what he wants.
To finish it up tomorrow.
Hands in head.
Than I thought
Crying.
it would.
Hey, if it's lore heavy, it's going longer than it's supposed to. Riz, you good? His whole computer probably up and died.
Well, that wouldn't be good. Then we're gonna be left with a serious cliffhanger.
You know what? Oh, he left. I'm upset that I killed. I'm upset, period. I'm upset that I killed Stain so quickly again. Oh my god. Should have learned the first time. something I didn't. Anyway.
At least you killed him the second time. I still love that though. Thanks to that, I learned that this is not always the answer, but now it is!
Was the wrong person we stabbed.
But today, he is the right person I will stab.
Yeah. For now. For now. Riz!
For some weird reason.
What about a
It
raisin?
completely restarted itself. Okay, so.
It restarted itself? Oh god.
Yeah, no. I'm back now. Okay, so I'm rolling 1d8 and that's it. Okay. Oh my god. Open. Roll, please. Yay!
Nice.
I'm guessing that really worked.
Oh.
Sorry. Alarms.
Once again, that timing is just great. That's just gonna be the sound of the thunderclap.
Oh.
So, with that, you find out that your sonic clap has another ability. It can dispel fog.
Ooh.
So Kitsune. So Kitsune like looks down at his hands and inwardly he goes, this ability the entire time. Oh god.
Well, now you can blow everybody's ears out whenever we need to find, whenever we have to look into the darkness.
Deku, who's been lost in the fog, immediately locks eyes with Shigaraki, and before anyone can even blink, he is over there and on top of him.
No! I need to talk to him!
What
just
are you doing here?
So does Kitsune see any of this happening?
You see a bright flash of green light.
Yay!
So Kitsune like
you've grown up watching Deku. You know what that is.
Yeah, so Kitsune's like, Deku, why is he here?
Vincent, he sees Deku. He sighs relief and he's like, "Oh, thank God." Hey, but we're just talking here.
Oh, thank
Deku
God.
looks over.
Interrupted our civilized conversation.
Deku looks over at Vincent and his eyes are glowing bright green. You see a look on his face that you've never seen before, except for once, and that was when Inazuma talked to Psylen and Psylen revealed that someone else was behind everything. You see that same look appear on Deku's face, the look that says he wants to kill.
He puts up his hands up in the air and is like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I was getting answers from him though."
Why are you back? And we're gonna stop there. We're gonna stop there for the night. We will be picking this up tomorrow, and tomorrow the whole cast will join in. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see if the whole cast.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But if nothing else, we will get done with Moto's story and Kitsune's story and Vincent's story, and we'll see what will happen next for our little group of hero wannabes, League of Losers. I don't remember what we're calling them.
Hero wannabes.
We're the League of Losers still.
I don't think you guys are gonna be League of Losers for very long. We're gonna stop there though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a really good time. It was so awesome. We had 2 new people in the chat today. It was really cool. Love seeing you guys come and talk with us.
They saw me up and die. Mental breakdown.
Saw me try to take on Psylen once.
If you guys want to check out some other things that we do, we've done musical stuff. So we have our My Hero Academia musical. We are also getting ready to showcase some new comic dubs that we've been working on. Well, we're getting ready to finish voice recording for those comic dubs, but the new chapter should be out. The new chapter should be out by, if not the end of March, the beginning of April. So I'm super excited about that. Hope you guys are too, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, please keep geeking out. This is Psych. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Face in hands, sobbing profusely.
what Kitsune was going to do if that didn't work, the original plan was to mouth to Vincent.
How would I see?
I know, that's the thing. I thought about it. I was like, he wouldn't be able to see it. But the original plan was going to be mouth to him, charge him as soon as I make my moves to get Recovery Boy. Because the point was to get him away from Recovery Boy.
Problem is that Vincent still can't move.
But that
Toga's over there.
Oh, ooh. See, he didn't notice that Toga was there. That's great.
Also, I find it hilarious because I couldn't find a picture of adult Toga, so now it just looks like Toga's an adult who's continued to wear the high school uniform.
That's just her favorite outfit.
That is just her favorite outfit.
That would be Toga's favorite outfit, let's be honest. That would literally be Toga's. That would literally be Toga's favorite outfit. Speaking of, I am slightly upset but also happy with the fact